Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Pitch Talk.
We are fans of football dropping vlogs, blogs, videos and podcasts on the beautiful game.
Check out our videos on YouTube and Instagram's IGTV,
including special feature segments, vlogs such as
5 Minutes with the G,
the Staight Shootin View,
Coaching with JBK,
audio on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Podomatic, Spotify,
Mixcloud
and other podcast platforms.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution on Twitter, Instagram,
Facebook
and our official website www.pitch-talk.com.
The pitch is where we eat,
the pitch is where we sleep,
and the pitch is where we talk.
I can see you now. I can see you now and then. I can see you now.
Welcome to
the Staight Shootin View.
Hey everybody, what is up? My name is Staight Shootin LJA and welcome to another episode of the Staight Shootin View. Now, one thing that really does tick me off, and those of you that know me personally will know I'm not just jumping on this bandwagon because I'm going to be talking about, well, two players who play for the side I support, which is Liverpool Football Club, as well as others, but it's the parasitic media and the way they try and make mountains out of molehills. Now, where I'm going to start with this is Roy Keane's criticism of Dele Alli. Now, Dele Alli moved to Everton, and when he was unveiled, Roy Keane, I think, said something to the effect of, it's like, dude, you're moving to a big Premier League club. You could have gotten dressed for the occasion. You could have worn something a bit better. To the effect of that. Now, I've been critical of Roy Keane before, and I will be again right now, because I've always said that guy needs to go and get himself laid, because he comes across almost as bitter as Neil Warnock. And for those who know me personally, and those who used to listen to the Pitch Talk live shows, you will know I'm not really that much of a fan of Neil Warnock because of how bitter he still seems to be about Sheffield United getting relegated in 2007. And he still blames Liverpool for it. And it's like, dude, the team was crap over 38 games, leave it alone. Roy Keane, as I've said before, you've had a glittering career at Manchester United and you're getting paid well to be a pundit. Smile. How about trying to smile? Micah Richards has tried his level best to make Roy Keane come out of his dull, dour, sour shell. And it's one of them where he still just seems to lack that place. But one thing that kind of annoyed me about Roy Keane with the Dele Alli thing, it's like, dude, what business is it of yours what the guy is wearing when he gets unveiled to go to Everton? It's like, really and truly, who the cares? That's my first point with that. Because at the end of the day, if you're caring that much about what someone else is wearing to his unveiling to a new club, dude, you need to go get a life. And as I've said before about Roy Keane, go get laid. Go get laid. It'll ease your demeanour. Because it's like, you bossing up, you won't be like focusing on little pedantic things like that. Because you've got your own business to attend to. But one of the other things that's annoyed me recently is just the thing about Sadio Mane and Mo Salah. Now, the AFCON final, and even before that, the AFCON final everybody was hoping for was Senegal against Egypt. And lo and behold, it happened, and we know that Senegal won it and won their first ever AFCON title. Absolutely, as I said on Twitter, I was absolutely made up for Mane, but I was saddened for Salah as well, because he's such a good player. He really does deserve to have some accolade at international level as well as club level. Just like Cristiano Ronaldo when he finally won the Euros. It's like, you know what, a player that good, and Messi this past summer as well. It's like Messi winning the Copa America. It's like, finally, this dude has got something at international level. So it's one of them ones where I look at it as, a lot of people have said for a while that Salah's greedy and there's a rift between him and Mane and he won't pass to him, which I've been like, no, don't see it. I don't see it. I love the fact that Salah for the last few seasons has been in double figures, keeping up with Trent Alexander-Arnold and Kevin De Bruyne in terms of assists, but somehow there's a perception that he's greedy. And it's like, dude, Alan Shearer was greedy because he was an out-and-out striker. Robbie Fowler had his moments when he was greedy because he was an out-and-out striker. Mo Salah is a winger that has been tearing up the Premier League for the past 4 or 5 seasons now. And as I said, he's in double seasons every season for assists. So if he was greedy, he'd barely be breaking 4 or 5 assists. And even those would be grudgingly. So him being greedy, I don't go with that theory at all. But yeah, I said a lot of people have said that there's a rift between Mane and Mo Salah. And I'm like, if there was a rift between the two, because even the Liverpool Echo jumped on it as well at the AFCON final, and a number of other entities, because you look at them two will know each other like the back of their hands. So obviously there was a penalty early in the game, and then Mo Salah gave some pearls of wisdom to Sadio Mane, against Sadio Mane, to Egypt's goalkeeper. And Egypt's goalkeeper saved the penalty, and it was actually a good save, because Mane blasted it down the middle, and it's like, well, keeper saved it. And a lot of people straight away went online, oh, there's a rift, and even after the match, oh, there's a rift, oh, there's got to be a rift, what's it, Salah basically got Mane's penalty saved, oh, there's got to be a rift. And it's like, no. Number one, most footballers are friends off the pitch, and the only rivalries that happen are really only come to the fore when they're on the pitch against each other. And also, most of that is the fans with the rivalries. So, yeah, put that in the pipe and smoke it. But also as well, I've had moments where I've come up against people I consider mates, friends, on the football pitch. Ibis Eagles, 5v6s, there's YouTube footage of the final between the 5v6s in the LFFA Cup. And it's one of them ones where you think that those players I played alongside in the 5s, you think as a goalkeeper for the 6s, I wasn't passing on information to the 6s that I knew about those guys. There were a few of us who played in the 5s previously that knew things about our opposition that the others wouldn't know because they didn't play alongside them, because we'd played alongside them for a number of years. Like one guy in particular where it's like, if you clamp him first tackle, he's not going to bother you that much because he will be somewhat fearful of getting hurt, understandably so. So it's one of them was, you're obviously going to pass on that information to your fullback and say it in that first tackle, let him know you're there. So that is part and parcel. And it's not as if one of them ones where it's like Mo Salah has told the goalkeeper to go out and hurt Sadio Mane. He's probably just said to him, yeah, most of the time he goes to that way with penalties, you might want to dive that way because he has a propensity to go that way. That's probably all it was. And in the competitiveness, remember, these guys are competitors. And this is the AFCON final. This is not just some kickabout on a Sunday morning. This is not a kickabout midweek 5-a-side power leagues. This is the AFCON final. So it's one of them where it's like, it's the height of competitiveness. So what the hell do you expect? Salah not to tell his teammates that, oh yeah, their major threat, one of their major threats, I know him like the back of my hand and I know his strengths and weaknesses. You think he's going to keep that to himself? You'd be an idiot if you didn't exploit that. Because if it was the other way around, you know, they both would. And also, if there was a rift as well, Mane wouldn't have gone up and consoled Egypt's Mo Salah after the match, after the penalty shootout. So, yeah, there's your theory out the window. But the third thing I want to talk about is Kurt Zouma. Now, a lot of people, I would like to open with this. A lot of people in this life take things out of context, and anything looks bad taken out of context. I like to open with that. But the whole thing with him kicking his cat, slapping his cat and all this kind of stuff, okay, I do not condone any sort of animal abuse. Let me say that first. So the RSPCA coming out and saying what they're saying, fine. They kind of have to. West Ham originally in their statement about, you know what, we don't condone any sort of animal abuse, we're going to take care of this internally. Cool. They had to say that because no club can afford bad PR. Just look at the European Super League debacle. I did 2 vlogs on that, 2 podcast episodes of that. So, yeah. But some people, I can understand, we're a nation of animal lovers here in England, and I'm not an animal person per se, but I can understand that some people love animals like they love their children. But for people to be saying, oh, Kurt Zouma should be sacked, and him losing his sponsorships over it, and the £250,000 fine, okay, cool. I said West Ham kind of had to do that for the optics. But people saying Kurt Zouma should be sacked for kicking and slapping a cat. Let's take this into context. Apparently it was his brother who uploaded the footage. So, yeah, you might want to look at that because it's like, hold on, why would his brother upload the footage? That's something that happened behind closed doors. And there's a lot worse that happens with other people behind closed doors. And at the end of the day, if you're going to give a £250,000 fine and the FA and the Premier League are getting involved, it's like, okay, cool. What about when someone gets racially abused? Look how quickly everybody jumped on Kurt Zouma and reacted to him kicking and slapping his own cat. Kicking and slapping his pussy around, I will say that. He took the Yin Yang Twins Whisper song a little too seriously, did Kurt Zouma. But, yeah, leaving that aside, that's the funny side of it. But it's on them. Look at that, £250,000 fine for it and losing his sponsorships. Clubs get less than that for racism. CSKA Moscow against Manchester City back in 2013. Go and look at the fine that CSKA Moscow got for racially abusing Yaya Toure. Go and look at that, please. I'm begging you. And then tell me that the Kurt Zouma fine is commensurate to that perceived crime. And West Ham, people expecting West Ham to drop Kurt Zouma straight after that, you are having a laugh, right? Because you got to realise, a 250k fine for Kurt Zouma for West Ham to sting him with that, that's all West Ham really have to do. Because if they drop him, and he's one of their best players, and especially in a position as crucial as centre-back, trust me, I know how crucial the centre-back position is. It's my position at amateur league level. It's crucial. If they drop him, and they lose those 3 points, and those 3 points end up being the difference between the Europa League group stage and the Champions League group stage, you know how many millions West Ham are going to lose out on? Yeah. So if you think West Ham were going to drop him, you're in clown cuckoo land and you know nothing about the economics of football. Forgetting also as well, taking out of the equation how many hundreds of thousands each position in the Premier League is worth. The higher up you place, the more money you earn. And if you break into that top 4, again, with the Champions League, you're onto a nice little earner of millions that could bankroll transfers for years. So yeah, wanting Kurt Zouma sacked? No. You're small-minded and you're not looking at the true economics of football. And football, as I've said before, is an extremely unscrupulous sport. And the fact is, we've seen clubs, we've seen players be accused of wife-beating and not get sacked by their clubs. Mason Greenwood, and I know this is a harsh comparison, but Mason Greenwood has been suspended by Manchester United even though he's been charged with rape allegations and physical abuse towards his girlfriend. He's only been suspended, not sacked. So I think kicking a cat, when you look in comparison, no. Kurt Zouma does not deserve to be sacked for that. So wind your necks in. But you know what? With some of these things, with Dele Alli, with Mane and Salah, with Kurt Zouma, some of this, there is actually a racial aspect to this. Because look at Wayne Rooney. Whilst all this Zouma stuff is going on, Wayne Rooney is basically getting a pass because the FA are like, oh yeah, we want to talk to you about admissions in your documentary about you wanting to go and injure John Terry. like literally injure him, getting longer studs put on at half-time to go and really hurt John Terry. And I'm not a fan of John Terry's, by the way, on a personal level. But it's one of them ones where it's like you don't go out to injure your fellow professionals. Look at the furore years ago when Roy Keane admitted that he deliberately went out and hurt Alf-Inge Haaland. So, yeah, that's why, in my view, Erling Haaland should never move to Manchester United, because one of their legends literally broke his dad's leg on purpose. But that's a different issue. But as I said, Wayne Rooney's going to get away with that with nothing, let alone a slap on the wrist. They'll be like, can you clarify these comments, please? As opposed to Zouma, where it's like, you shouldn't be doing this. La, 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 la. And I don't see anybody calling for Rooney's head either. Especially with him like being a manager in the game as well. Screwed. It really is. People like to jump on their high horses, but take the low road to get there. And that's what ticks me off about this whole cat thing as well. You know what? I want to know your views. What do you think about the Kurt Zouma cat kicking and slapping thing? Taken out of context? Does anything look bad? Has it been taken out of context? What about Zuma's brother? Was he at fault to upload that stuff? Sadio Mane and Mo Salah. Do you think there really is a rift between the two? Do you really think it, or is it mountains out and molehills? But also, Roy Keane criticising Dele Alli for what he was wearing at his unveiling. Should Roy Keane shut his face and leave it alone? Mind his own business, go get laid. I want to know your views. Remember, www.pitch-talk.com is the official website. Find everything Pitch Talk there, links to our videos, and the RSS feed to our podcast as well. We are on youtube.com/Pitch Talk. Find our videos there, including Coach JBK and his video diary at the FA Vitality Women's FA Cup final from 2021. Also vlogs such as Coaching with JBK, yours truly with the Staight Shootin View, 5 minutes with the G, and much more, including our special feature segments as well. Also, we are on Twitter at Pitch Talk on Twitter. Tweet of us, follow us, see what we are up to. Facebook.com/Pitch Talk. Become fan, become friend, become member of the group. Join the footballing revolution we're working so hard to create. We're on Instagram as well, at Pitch Talk on Instagram and Reddit. Join the conversations. Let us know what you think too. We put vlog previews up and much more on Instagram. Also, we are on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Verbal as well, VURBL.com. We are on there. Search for the Pitch Talk podcast on Verbal as well. We are a Verbal ambassador and proud of it. At Get Verbal on Twitter. Tweet them, tell them we sent you as well. You know what? I have been Staight Shootin LJA, and until next time, see you later.
Join the Pitch Talk revolution.
Check out the official Pitch Talk website,
www.pitch-talk.com.